We agree that every child deserves equitable funding. We also believe that taking away from one child does not increase the education of another child. We wanted a holistic approach to education in Pennsylvania. The coalition is committed that Pennsylvania will be #1 in the nation in high-quality standards, not just for our charter schools, but for all schools. The last 25 years, charter schools have grown throughout PA, reaching 183 charter schools this last year, representing 170,000 children. But what we don't hear enough about is the 20 or 30,000 children who are sitting on waiting lists across Commonwealth. Should they really have to wait each year to fall further behind?
Just because a child and a family chooses, and hear my word, chooses the education in a charter school should not mean that they get less. It just shouldn't. It shouldn't mean that their school has to make choices that another school wouldn't have to make. It shouldn't mean that their school chooses whether or not they can get computers while another school has a football field that rivals the Philadelphia Eagles or the Pittsburgh Steelers, depending on which side of the state you're coming from. And so we looked and we saw a few issues that are glaring in charter school law, and we're here to make sure that the children like we see behind us, the children that come from your households, the children that look like me and look like others, are not disrespected.
This debate about charters versus traditional publics is very easy to fix. We're getting ready to spend more money on public education this year. Everybody who ran for re-election and said they're concerned about children and education will also be saying we need to put more money in public education. So if we're going to do that, it's a very simple fix. Put more money in for charters and for traditional public schools, and we can stop arguing about that. But that's not what the argument's really about. The argument's about feeding the beast. I am not sending more money to a school district in Pennsylvania that has publicly said they're going to lower the academic standards in the city of Philadelphia for black and brown kids who are in poor neighborhoods who do not have the money to move. I'm not sending them a dime.
I saw a sign up here, and I pointed it out to my colleague, Senator Williams, and they can hold it up in the back of that young lady. You know, I often want to point out to folks that a lot of times this isn't just about whether or not your school is performing educationally. A lot of times what this is about are kids in an environment where they have been consistently bullied or, in worst case scenario, have been assaulted and victimized, and we have a system that would force a victim to go to school with the person who abused them. These are real life scenarios that occur across this Commonwealth every day. But we're winning this battle step by step because we are doing the right things for our kids and our future here in the Commonwealth.